What's up, Insta Tribe? I wanted to come on here, create a video, connect, share a little bit about my truth, share a little bit about my heart. Yo, what's up, Jackie? What's up, what's up, what's up? Yo, Big G, what's good? What's up, Allie? Keep climbing, G. I see you at the top. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Joyce. Oh, so good to see you in here. Connecting. What's up, Jared? What's up, what's up? Oh, Big O. Yes. Some of the fams in here. Brother O, good to see you. So, what's going on, everybody? I decided to jump on live, really to share a little bit about my heart, share where I'm at right now, and look for some inspiration from you guys. As of last week, I got COVID, and it's interesting. I've traveled all over the world, and I felt like, and I wasn't a match for COVID, and so I was healthy everywhere I went through the pandemic, through my retreat, everything. But then when I came back home to take care of my girl, I ended up being a match and getting COVID. And it's been an interesting journey over the last week and a half. I'm on my second week right now, and I wanted to connect with all of you and talk to you a little bit about it. Yo, Lex, what's up? Before I go in, I just always like to see our community. So if you guys can, drop your first name and where are you in the world? Where are you in the world? Your first name and where are you at in the world right now? Where are you on this beautiful, beautiful planet? I love to see where everybody's at. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my journey, what it's felt like, what I'm going through. I'm going through a little bit of a hardship right now. And so I'm just going to be vulnerable with all of you guys. And then I'm going to invite one of my brothers. Maybe a bunch of us can kind of jump on here and talk a little bit. We got Lewis from Dallas. What's up? Yes, I love it. We got Austria here. Jared from Orlando. Seth, my man Seth in New Jersey. Let's see. We got Omar from New York. We got Jeff from Irvine, Cali. We got Subham from India. Mark from Germany. Jenny from San Diego. We got Turkey in the house. We got Cyprus in the house. We got Leva from Vegas. What up, Leva? We got At from Finland. We have Ali from Canada. Marvin from Vernon, California. Cassandra from St. Petersburg, Florida. Fresno in the house. We got Denmark. Gopas from Denmark. What's up, Gopas? We got South Central LA. So, all right, great. So I'm seeing UK. Wow, I love it. This always gets me going because I get to see how much we have a global community. And so I wanted to touch base with all of you. We're going to talk today a little bit about inspiration. Something that, gosh, I've never really thought so much about inspiration. And I feel like it's been such a huge part of my purpose in life. Is truly the reason why I show up and I post on social media and why I get up every single day is because I crave to inspire the world, inspire the world through who I be in the world. And, recently, since getting COVID, I've lost this sense of inspiration. And coming into this past weekend, I lost my senses. I'm curious in here, who has anyone had COVID and has lost their senses? Drop a number 1 if you have. And I'm just curious if anyone is in here. But since I lost my senses, there's been this interesting dark cloud that's come over me that I've felt, where, think about it, right? Like the sense of taste and the sense of smell is such a human experience. It's a sense that makes us human. And it's something that I have, when I lost it, it was so interesting to me, to be eating food, putting on cologne and, going in my backyard near flowers, anything I did, I cannot smell and I cannot taste. And so it's taken away this human experience that I'm so used to having. I love food. I love having a sense of smell and smelling. Just my favorite word is petrichor, which is the smell of earth, the natural oils of earth after it rains. And so I cherish these senses so much. And all of a sudden it's kind of caused me to be disconnected, like really disconnected. And it's caused me to start asking a lot of questions, right? Like just questions and reevaluating my purpose, reevaluating what these senses, why do we really have them? It's had me think about what really truly motivates me and just life in general. And I've had this feeling of actually being somewhat depressed and just unmotivated and a lack of inspiration to really do anything. And so, I wanted to jump on here and really talk about it, because I know the one thing that I'm taking from this experience is that I know that there's so many people around the world that are feeling this way. And they have their sense of taste. They have their sense of smell, but they do have this feeling of a lack of passion, a lack of purpose, a lack of inspiration in their life. And if you are feeling that way right now, first of all, I want you to know that, like, I feel you, I understand. And I came on this live to connect with you. First of all, drop a heart if you felt this way, or if you're feeling this way right now, drop a comment, let us know. This is a community. As we're on live here for the next, let's say 40 minutes, I want us to support one another, empower one another. There's people on here that are going through feeling this way. I'm one of them. And it's an interesting feeling where you kind of get up and there's this lack of hope. There's this lack of inspiration, lack of passion, lack of purpose. And so I started to and I still don't have it figured out, but I started to ask myself, like, well, where does this inspiration that I've had in my life that's gotten me to create over 2,000 pieces of content on Instagram, to get up every day, to go and conquer my goals, and to travel the world, and to create so many things and ideas that I end up having throughout my life? And so I started to think about inspiration in the sense of, like, so much of us, we look for this inspiration externally. And I really believe that ultimately the inspiration that we all are seeking is internal. And even though I can't taste, and even though I can't smell, it's allowed me to kind of reevaluate how I'm tapping into my other senses, the sixth sense. Because a lot of us forget, we have these human senses, but we're not tapping into our sixth sense. We're not tapping into the spirit, the human spirit, where our intuition lies and where our imagination is. And that's where our true inspiration is, right? It's within us, and it's within God in us. And the intimacy and the relationship that we create with God, with spirit, with source, and recognizing that you are a miracle. Just being alive is a miracle. Losing this sense of taste and smell, I start to think about, like, how amazing is it that we get to taste food, all different food from all over the world. And it's now, yesterday, I wanted to have my favorite fruit. What's your favorite fruit? Comment your favorite fruit. I have COVID. Yes, Justin. Mine's mango. And so I went and cut up a mango, and I went and started eating this mango. And it's so crazy to me because I could not taste any part. I couldn't taste the mango at all. And I ended up feeling like Peter Pan in that movie Hook, where he's sitting around the table with all the Lost Boys, and they're all imagining what that food would taste like, even though they don't have it. I started using my imagination. Man, I remember what this mango used to taste like. And it's caused this deep, deep gratitude and deep appreciation for these things that I no longer can taste. I no longer can smell. My favorite cologne, I come out of the shower, I put on my favorite cologne, I can't even smell it. And so it's getting me to really appreciate even more these senses, but it's also allowing me to go deeper into tapping into my sixth sense, because so many people in the world, they don't have their eyesight right now, or they can't hear right now, or they don't have one of those senses, but you'll notice that their other senses start to get heightened. And so for me, what I'm going to start to do is start to tap in even more through my meditation and through writing and through music, looking for, like just asking myself questions and going deeper with this feeling, like really decoding this feeling of being stagnant, of being unmotivated, to really understand and connect with those people in the world right now that are feeling this way. And then what in this feeling of lack of inspiration, how can I transcend that, transmute that into inspiration itself? And that's what you're seeing me do right now, is even though I feel unmotivated and this lack of inspiration and, this feeling of lack of like being human, like I can't smell or taste, I'm looking for the inspiration within that. I'm going within and I'm saying, hey, how can I use this as inspiration to share how I'm feeling vulnerably with the world and to connect with others that are maybe feeling this way. And then also like start to do things differently. One of the things that I've been doing is like not taking the pressure off myself to do anything, but allowing myself to just rest and recharge and just be with these feelings and really feel into what this feels like, because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to feeling unmotivated. And I think one of the reasons for me is because like I'm used to getting up every day and I love going to the gym and working out with my trainer, and I work out with a men's group, and I haven't been able to go because I have COVID. And so that feeling of progress every day, going to that gym, working out, and now I can't, to protect them from getting COVID, I haven't been able to go, has that part of my life that's been taken away. So I've been really thinking about like, okay, what can I do to rest, to recharge, and to create progress in other areas of my life? For instance, I've been writing. Starting to one of the things that I do for inspiration is go within and look at creativity as a way to foster inspiration. And I've been recently doing that with writing poems, writing music. Today I started writing a song, just, and like not trying to make sure that it all rhymes and is perfect, but just getting my thoughts and just free writing and letting it all out and letting it come out. And yeah, I mean, shit, I'll read this to you guys. I wasn't planning on doing this, but would you guys want me to read to you what came up this morning when I just started free writing a song? Let me know right now. Drop some hearts. Let me know if you want me to read it off to you. And then my buddy Adam will be joining here in a bit. Feel better soon. Thank you. There's a lot of tension in the world right now around COVID and the vaccine. How do we transmute this to inspiration? Great question. We'll start the daily process of tapping into my intuition. Yes, you got it, Pavlina. I love that. Gifts that I have had, but I just can't shift out of me. I feel alone. I feel lonely, stupid, low, but I'm trying so hard, man, to try to switch out of it. Yeah, and thank you for your vulnerability, Judge Jones. I really appreciate you being honest, and just know that you're not alone. That's why I'm coming on this live right now. You're not alone. There's so many people in the world that feel this way. And so first and foremost, know that you're not alone, and it's okay to feel that way. In fact, feel it, really feel it. What I would suggest and what I'm doing is I want you to really feel into however it is you feel. If you feel lonely, feel into it. What does lonely really feel like? Write about it. Like really go into these feelings and embrace them. Don't run away from them. Acknowledge them, because then they won't have as much power. Acknowledge them, speak to them, give them some energy, and really understand where is that really coming from, and go deeply into the root of where that all comes from, because you in itself are a miracle. You have a purpose. And through that pain, through that feeling of loneliness, through my right now lack of inspiration and lack of motivation right now, I'm using that as a tool to actually inspire others. Because when we are able to tap into that pain, what you're feeling, and then actually speak to it and be vulnerable and be honest about it and ask for support or go out and speak about it, that also will help you to heal it. And it'll help you to heal others. It'll give others permission to really go through what you're feeling, and for them to be inspired that they can overcome it, and simply just by sharing it with the world. And so just know that you're not alone, brother. All right, cool. Here we go. I know you're transforming adversity into an opportunity to grow and go deeper. Yes, exactly. Grow them. Let's see. Okay, sweet. So we're gonna have my brother Adam come on here in a minute. I'm excited to really get some progress. Like just doing this live is helping me, guys. So I just want to say thank you for jumping on here and connecting with me. Writing this morning, that helped. Just going through what I went through in the immersion with Adam and writing a poem and writing some music just for fun. Like remember, I would tell you, make a list of like what are the things that bring you joy? What are the things that make like create fun in your life, that are joyful in your life? And go out and do that. Go out and get in nature. Go dance, listen to music, go write, go read a book, go write a book. But figure out what are the things that really bring you joy and tap into that and really think and really connect to internally to your intuition, to God, to source, and really pull your ideas from that place and really ask yourself, okay, what is it that I want to create in the world? And yeah, for me, like I know right now I want to tap more into my art. That is something that I'm excited about doing. I'm excited about creating more art and getting back into painting oil on canvas, getting into making music, getting into these parts of myself. And I feel like through COVID, I'm going through a death and a rebirth. I look at everything in that way. I look at everything as like a ceremony. Like life is just this one big, beautiful ceremony that we get to continue to die to our ego and rebirth this new version of us, reinvent ourselves, rebrand ourselves. And that could be scary. Through COVID, I feel like I'm rebirthing and I'm going through a new transcendence and evolving as a human being. And part of that is for me, I want to step more into art. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. That's been the way that I've shared my creativity with the world, is through business. And I'll always continue to do that. Entrepreneurship is just in my DNA. But I want to get back into the things that brought me joy when I was young. And that was painting and making music. And that shit is scary for me I want to be an author and I want to write a book. And I've been writing that. And it's scary, but even in just doing a little bit towards those things that brought me joy and doing a little bit every single day to create some more progress in those areas is bringing inspiration into my life. And so, and I'm just getting started. So I'm excited about it. Let me see. While we wait for Adam, I'm going to rap with you guys. And I did not. Bringing Adam Roa on, y'all. One of the greatest generations, artists, poets. Woo! Yes.
What's up, dude?
Yo, I got something for you, man. Just real quick. This is just off the dome. What does it even matter anymore? Staring at the window, staring at the door. No way out, no way in. Is this payback for all my fucking sins? For everything I did or what I didn't do. Feeling empty, feeling numb. Can't feel my tongue, can't smell anymore. What's life even mean anymore? Dark cloud hanging over me, I can't even see. Lost all my senses, I don't even know what to be or who to be. Maybe it's time to let go of my identity. Rebirth, they say, born out of death. Maybe that's why I feel like I'm dying and I have nothing left. So I stopped trying to please everyone and continue to do as if I'm in a fucking zoo. And let me give you a fucking clue. This is just a reflection of our world, losing our senses as to why we are even here. Recognizing the beauty is in the fear. They can't take your sense of smell, they can take your taste. They can even take your eyesight, but never forget you are the light. Your sixth sense is the true sense. We lost touch with our intuition, tapping into spirit, connected to source. Remember that God is working through us, for us, as us. Sometimes he wants us to clear the vessel, clear the ancestral pain that's making us go insane. They told me to just stay in my lane, but I know I got so much more to give, so much more to live, so much more. Never forget, this is just completely random. Never forget your power is in your imagination. You can be anything you want to be. Never let anyone stop you, even if you cannot see. Take your time and rest your head and recharge. Find your inner inspiration and know that you're chosen to lead a nation, the cosmic kingdom. Yeah, man, that was just me just writing shit out of nothing.
Was that today? That was today.
Yeah.
I recognize the song from the playlist. I don't know if that's from the playlist I sent you.
Yeah, bro. Just going through what we learned together, and so I guess we can start there. Everybody, welcome. Give some hearts to my brother Adam Roa. He has become one of my best friends. He is someone who's become a big inspiration to me. And recently I worked with him and we did an immersion around activating more creativity in my life. And what you just saw was me just kind of free writing this morning because I had spoken to Adam and I was lacking inspiration and motivation. And he was like, yo, do what we did when we worked together and we had our immersion. And it was like, you know what, you're right. Just write. Let me just start writing how I feel. And as you can see, it was super messy, but it was fun. It brought a smile to my face, you know, and it felt silly and it felt weird, but it also felt liberating and it felt free to just transmute those feelings and just get them out and just freaking spit it out and to curse a little bit and to rhyme a little bit and to just let it go and of course it needs a lot of refinement. But yeah, brother, thank you so much for joining on this live. Because of you, I've been able to tap into that inner artist and really transmute these feelings that are sometimes really hard to transmute. And I wanted to kind of really talk to you a little bit about this feeling that I've been having, that I feel a lot of people in the world are feeling this way. A lot of people are in the world, and although I've lost my sense of smell and my sense of taste, and it's kind of giving me this lack of purpose and lack of motivation, inspiration, there's a lot of people that are just living that way, period. Not because they have COVID, but just because they are they're maybe looking for inspiration in the wrong places and not knowing where they can find that inspiration. And one of the things that you are an expert on and you talk about is creativity. And to me, that's like been such a powerful modality for me to right now transmute this feeling of this lack of passion and lack of motivation and inspiration. And so I wanted to talk about it a little bit, brother, because there's someone on here that I know that is going to be watching this and that needs to hear this message of how they can that they are born to create. That creativity is a gift that they were born with, and how they can use that to find the inspiration that they're looking for, to give their life meaning, to give their life purpose.
Yeah, bro. Like, well, first of all, to give, thank you for having me on. Thank you, everybody who's joining this. Like, with all of the things you could be doing, like listening to Gerard is a good investment of your time. Trust me. Listen to this dude. And then, yeah, it's for context for people. Basically, what happened is we were messaging back and forth today, and you were just talking about how you were feeling uninspired, and I said, bro, this is the exact moment to apply this like methodology of using creativity as a pathway for evolution, because you always have creativity flowing through you, because creativity is your life force. And so I'm curious, just on a personal friend level, you obviously wrote, like, how did you feel after? Like, how did you feel during the process and after? Did it feel like it moved some of the stuff that was having you feel blocked?
It felt amazing. I really have been feeling like I as an entrepreneur, I love working on my business, and I've just been like not feeling motivated to be working on business. And so I've been like beating myself up about it. I mean, like, damn, like I've been really beating myself up and just feeling down. And today being able to kind of just give myself permission to say like, hey, it's okay. Like maybe right now in the season of life, right now of what you're in, you can switch that to just doing something that's just going to bring you joy. Just create and allow that to inspire me. And so for me, when you said that to me and I started writing, I was having fun. Like there was no agenda. It was just fun for me. It was just fun to just write how I'm feeling and just like put it together. And I just kept playing this song called Chill Kingdom, Chill Kingdom, Chill Kingdom. And yeah, I loved it. Like it was like I had my earphones in. I was like bopping, like yeah, like I'm making this song, you know what I mean? And it was I like this. How come I don't do more of this? Like I really don't do enough of that. How many of us really take time to write music or to write a poem? You know what I'm saying? It's different than just journaling, but like really creating from that place, or to like actually paint, create art. It's like we don't give ourselves permission to take the time to really tap into that, create that side of ourselves. And man, it was, for me, I felt super, super liberated, and it gave me inspiration. It literally helped solve the problem that I was facing, and I started feeling inspired. Now
It's
the
one of
perfectionistness comes in, of course, but I'm working through that.
yeah, and I think one of the big things is, you know, we're told or taught from a young age that creativity is something you do in your like free time, that it's not actually productive, that it's a hobby, that you can't make money doing it. Like there's this thing that we are sort of taught. Like, I mean, I don't know how many people listening to this, maybe just in the comments to let us know, but like we're told basically, like, you can't make money as an artist. Like, you can't make money as a painter, or you can't make money as a singer or whatever. And yet, when creativity is about so much more than that end result of I need to write a poem that makes me lots of money. That's not why I write poetry. It's about recognizing that even what you went through today, by allowing your creativity to flow, by allowing yourself to tap into that part of yourself, you actually reactivate that part of you that sees the beauty in life, that's having fun, that is like connected to that part of you that gets excited and magnetized, that inner child. And from that space, you're going to be able to go and work on your business because you're inspired, because you have that energy. From that space, people are going to see your Instagram stories and be like, man, I really want to join CLM and work with Gerard, or program with Adam and Gerard or whatever, because you are embodying the magnetism that creativity brings. And I think that when more people, as entrepreneurs especially, understand that if you had 2 hours to work on something and you were feeling super low and down, if you take 1 hour and you just go into your creativity and bring your inner child online and get excited, that second hour will be more productive and more effective in working on your business than if you spent all 2 hours on your business. And
Yeah.
so it's about creating from that space of excitement, creating from that space of inspiration, creating from that space that is actually the thing that magnetizes everything that we want to begin with. So kudos to you for like doing it, you know, because we went back and forth in the messages, but this, I've said this to you, you're the real deal because you actually do it. And so many people will just say, oh yeah, I should stretch, or I should write a poem, or I should sing, but I just don't. And so like, kudos to you, bro.
Thanks, man. Thank you. And it's because of you, you know, you helped me. And here's the thing, guys, like, how many of you right now feel like there's something more that you get to bring to the world, but that you don't know what that thing is, or maybe you know exactly what it is, but you don't know how. You're like, I don't know how to bring this book to life. I don't know how to bring this art show to life. I don't know how to create music, or to learn how to play the guitar, or, you know, something that you've been wanting to create in your life, and you've been holding yourself back, plain and simple. You've been holding yourself back, not giving yourself permission, but you feel like there's something missing in your life. Like, you know that there's something missing in your life. And that's how I was feeling, you know, before I ended up working with Adam. I was feeling like, man, like there's something that I want to create and bring to the world, and I don't know how to do it. And for so long I hadn't been tapping into, like, where does my creativity really stem from, and what's like a process to start to cultivate more creativity in my life, and what would that bring to my life? How much joy would that bring to my life? How much more freedom would that bring into my life? How much more happiness would that bring into more in my life? How would that overflow into my leadership or into my business, and how I'm pulling from ideas of how to invent or disrupt or innovate in my industry? And so creativity is something that I've loved since I was a kid, but I lost touch with it. And Adam helped to really bring me through a process in understanding creativity from like a real science standpoint, like a real science, but then also from a spiritual standpoint as well. And
Yeah, let me speak to that real quick, G, because this is something that's really important, especially, you know, there's like, it seems like nowadays everybody that has, you know, an Instagram or a Facebook page is like a coach or a spiritual leader or something. And what I like to say to people is science and spirituality. For so long, people thought that kind of like the role of science was to disprove spirituality. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like they were at odds. But the way that I describe this is they're two languages that are working to describe the same thing, which is life, creation, right? And so we have these two languages, and science is the language of logic and linearity and math, and it's very point A, point B, point C. It's in the realm of time, and therefore time is linearity. I don't want to go too deep into this on this, but and then the second piece is spirituality is the language of emotion. It's the language of imagery and metaphor, and so both of those things are present right here, right now. Right now, we have science running the algorithms of chemicals and molecular compounds and structures. And we also have the imagery, and we have the sound, and we have the smells and the emotion, which is spirituality. And so I think it's important when you're approaching how to create in your life, like, don't just speak one language. Learn both languages. And we have in a society almost romanticize the language of logic in a very, like, this is how you build your funnels, and this is how you build a business, and this is how you make money and invest, and blah blah blah, and to the detriment of this entirely other language of life and energy, which is the language of creativity. And I think that when you learn to speak that language, you unlock the other, like, whole half of life itself, and the energy that's available through abundance and opportunity and adventure and fun, man. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that. And I just feel like in this lifetime, guys, like, we get to, how cool is it that we get to really dissect and learn? Like, if there's one thing that I love about life, and when I think about my lack of inspiration, one of the things that for me, I know that I can go to, that's something that I genuinely love, is to learn. Like, I love, how many of you love to just learn every day? Like, wake up and be this fucking student of life, right? Like, tell me you're not a student of life. Adam, tell me you don't wake up every day like craving, like, what can I learn today? What can I share today, right? And
I'm
it's,
always learning. I love it.
right? And so it's just like, I feel like, how cool would it be to go on an adventure, if you're feeling that, how I was feeling in the beginning of this live, to actually learn more deeply about your creativity, about how you can be more tapped into creativity and align that creativity with your imagination and bringing and birthing things into life. And so I'm really excited, guys, because this is something that I want to do. I've been wanting to tap more into me as an artist. And it's scary. It's scary as fuck, right? Because, like, I've always looked at, like, entrepreneurship, business, like, everything focusing on, like, the doing, like, do, go, created business. And now I'm really looking to create from a new place, really internally, like, birthing things in this, like, really beautiful artistic way, without attaching it to any outcome of money or material or fame or anything, but just simply because I want to share it with the world. It's a piece of me. It's something it's vulnerable, and it's fun, and I'm getting ready to do that with Adam. We decided that for 4 months, we're going to go on a journey, and we're going to take 12 people with us, where we're going to help those individuals. And me and Adam are going to go through this ourselves, to actually birth a creative project that you have inside of you, and actually guide you to birthing that project over 4 months with 12 other individuals, and then showcase that song, that spoken word poem, that painting, that business, whatever it is that you've been wanting to create. We're going to help you to create that over 4 months. And at the end of the 4 months, you're going to showcase it at a live retreat that we're going to be putting on. And this is going to be a really cool journey, because we're also bringing in a lot of our friends that are artists. And it's something that I'm looking forward to, because I have some art projects that I've been wanting to create. One, I'm writing a book. 2, I've been wanting to do an art show, like an actual art show. And 3, I do want to take people on a sound journey. Like, I want to create, like, an actual song, like one dope, sick song that I get to perform. So I'm choosing between those 3. I don't know if might be able to do all of them. But over 4 months, I'm going to be definitely creating an art project. And Adam and I will be also guiding you over those 4 months and at our live retreat, which will be in a place where we're going to explore the art in that land. It's something that we're going to I can't wait for that retreat. We're going to put a lot of energy into a really dope location for our tribe. And so if you're interested in going on a journey with us, guys, if you're interested, we've already, I think we filled it up. We have about a little more than half of the container open right now. So if you're interested, we have not publicly talked about this yet. So if you're on this live, you're one of the first to know about it. Adam just put up something on his story. I mean, he had a bunch of applications come in. But if you're interested to work with Adam and I and go on a 4-month journey with us where we help you to birth this creative project and bring it to life and showcase it to the world, and then come and be with us in person at a creative retreat, then send me or Adam the word create.
Artist. Oh, I was doing artist.
Okay, if you go to Adam's page, artist, if you want to DM me.
Whatever word, you pick the word. Let's get creative. You want create?
Yeah, create.
Create, there it is.
Create. And so, I'll send you the information so that you can learn more about it and decide if you want to come on this journey with us. So Adam, yeah, man, do you want to kind of talk a little bit about it? And are you excited, man? Are you excited to do this journey? I'm so excited to do this with you, bro. Just because I feel like it's exactly what I need right now.
Yeah, I only got a couple minutes. I'm jumping on. It's a crazy day. But what I will say is this, man. Like, people look at me and they go, how do you create all the stuff that you create? Like, what is the way that you create all of these different things? And honestly, one of the superpower secrets is I surround myself with other creatives that inspire me, and I learn from how they create. I share with them what I'm creating, and I get their feedback, which actually, because their feedback is not just like this random feedback, it's the feedback of someone who's embodied creativity. And therefore, it's the feedback of like years and years and years of wisdom, which will save me so much time. Having a community around me of creativity is a life hack, bro, for creativity. And so what I'm most excited about is this isn't just, oh, we're going to do a phone call and teach you something in this thing. We're doing a workshop every month. Like we are going in every month and doing a workshop each and every month for 4 months, where we bring in some high level creatives that inspire us to help and talk about their creative process. You're going to learn from me. You're going to learn from Gerard around our creative process. I think Gerard's also got a bunch of wisdom. I remember you were sharing with me some things where I told you some ideas around like cards and stuff. And you were like, then you could do this and this and this. And so for those of you who want to take the creativity and expand the vision of what that can do out in the world, Gerard's got tons of codes around that. And then the cool thing is we're going to come together and do a retreat. So like within the 4 months, we are all going to come together and do a badass retreat. So, yeah, man, I'm so excited. Oh, I should mention that you're going to get one-on-one time with each of us. You get a call with me, you get a call with Gerard. So like, this is something that I'm really excited to do, because like you, I want that accountability too. I'm working on 2 books at the same time. I saw Allie mentioning she wants to do a book. Like, I'm going to pick one of those books and be like, by the end of this, the book's done. And so like having that also community to support me even in this, the whole thing is really exciting to me, bro. Every time we talk about it, I'm like, yes, why haven't we started already? Let's do it. So I'm glad that we finally, I know you've been recovering from COVID and I've been traveling. So now's the time. So people, if you're interested, DM create to Gerard. Let's get your applications in, because we're already like halfway full and we want to keep it small so that we can really have individualized attention.
Yeah, 100%. Well, brother, I know you have a call. Thank you for joining, for jumping on. I can't wait to find out who the 12 souls will be going on this journey with us. I can't wait to be creating with you even more, and picking our location somewhere in the world where we'll have a lot of fun putting together this event. And I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for continuing to be there as a friend as well, and continuing to inspire me. Sometimes, guys, when we're feeling this way, simply just having friends that you can talk to and be vulnerable with and open up with, and also you can watch them and see how they and learn from them. And so that for me, having that in my life is those relationships mean more to me than anything. So thank you, brother, for being an inspiration to us, man. And I'm excited about getting in the studio, guys. He's coming to Leaders Create Leaders, so I'm so stoked about
Let's
that.
do it. Yeah, and we'll make a song when I'm in studio in Utah. So you're gonna come through, bro. I'm so excited. I love you, brother. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Yeah, talk soon.
Love you, brother. Bye bye. Hey, what's up, Colin? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you on here, my man. Colin Wayne, legendary leader. Good to see you in here, man. Thank you for jumping on and saying hello. And so, guys, again, just wanted to connect with you and share where I'm at, and hopefully this inspired you. Remember to go within, find that inspiration inside your heart, and know that you have the ability to create your reality, and continue to just tap into source, tap into God, tap into to why are you really here, and have some fun. If you're really looking for that inspiration, do something right now. Like, do something to break the pattern that's keeping you stagnant. Go get a little bit of progress. Sometimes you just need to get that small win, that little bit of progress, because you're so caught up in doing the big thing, the huge goal, that you stay stuck. And so go and focus on what's the small step you can take right now. What's the next step, the 1, 2, 3 small step that you can take to get you some progress, to get you some momentum. For me, that was that writing this song. Like I started writing, free writing, right? And that helped me break this energy. And so thank you guys so much for your well wishes. Hopefully I get through this COVID situation in the next, I'm hoping this week. I heard that I won't get my taste or smell back for, it could be 6 weeks. So we'll see. And that's why I'm going to continue to just really tap into figuring out how I can really transmute this into inspiration and appreciation for all my senses, but also just tapping more within, and really connecting to God. So I love you guys. I hope you had I hope that this was powerful for you. If you're interested in the container that I'm doing with Adam around creativity, then shoot me a DM.